The belief by some the mayor is getting all the work here, a politician and a contractor.
You need to go out here and look at my pickup and see how I'm the man and how I'm making so much money.
Through the Freedom of Information Act, we found invoices provided by Barnhart Construction to the city totaling $101,310 since 2006. The mayor earned the money by either leasing his equipment or machinery to the city, or he earned it by partnering with the city's Department of Public Works, or DPW, to do various projects, particularly involving water mains and storm sewers. For years, Barnhart either led public meetings or participated in public meetings where motions were introduced to approve money to his company without a bidding process. He would wait for other board members to approve bills paid, as meeting minutes indicate he abstained from the votes. It's a process the city's manager says is legal by the city's policies.
A lot of the times it's in emergency situations. We've had some very large water leaks during the wintertime.
But the situation started to become cloudy when we looked at the state's registry of businesses authorized to transact business in the state. Barnhart Construction is not listed as an active business. In fact, records show it was automatically dissolved by the state back in 1992.
Can you explain why your company doesn't exist, according to state records?
We switched it under a different incorporation, a BHW Incorporated, and it's a BHW Incorporated DBA Barnhart Construction. So it would be listed differently.
So I'm going to find that it's a registered company.
I hope so.
You hope so?
Well,
you don't know?
I believe that it is, yes.
You believe that you believe it is?
Yes.
What if it isn't?
Well, if it isn't, I need to get it registered.
Well, so you're telling me that you're doing contract work for these guys and you're doing work in this community and you're not licensed or not, you don't have a business? Your business doesn't exist?
My business exists, and
Are you sure about that?
Well, I operate what I
mean, I'll look it up when we're talking here. You want me to look it up?
If you'd like to, feel free.
After 70 seconds of silence.
What is it under? BHW LLC?
No, Inc.
Inc. Okay.
Yeah.
Seconds later.
It's a company out of Fremont that was dissolved in 2002.
Okay.
The state of Michigan dissolved both Barnhart Construction and BHW Inc. years ago because fees or annual reports were not filed in a timely manner. And most importantly, state law requires a business that is dissolved to, quote, not carry on business except for the purpose of winding up its affairs. We also checked in the Newaygo County Clerk's office, and there were no doing business as filings for either name Barnhart provided us. Better Business Bureau records show Barnhart Construction as out of business.
What do you say to critics who look at you and say, well, why are you profiting off of taxpayers for a business that doesn't exist?
Well, that's a two-part question. Number one, I thought the business existed, But as far as profiting, yeah, did I make some bit of a profit? Yes, but was it what it would have cost the city if in other situations? No.
So they're saving money by you doing
because
what you're
when
doing.
I work for them, if I work, say, an excavator for 3 hours, I charge them for 3 hours.
Several White Cloud city leaders told us off camera they were happy to give Barnhart Construction the business because they believe it saved their taxpayers money, that Barnhart would often do work at half the cost others would.
So you undercut people. That's how you do it.
I'm not undercutting anybody.
I mean,
I'm underbilling. I'm cutting myself.
Well, what do you say to that contractor who are here in the community who would love to have the work through the city?
Like I say, usually the only thing I'm doing is when it's something that our DPW doesn't have.
City leaders speaking to us off camera told us they were clueless about Barnhart's business situation. White Cloud City Manager Laura Kalkofen also told us she was unaware Barnhart Construction wasn't listed.
That was news to me in regards to your question.
We asked Kalkofen whether the city issued tax forms to the now dissolved Barnhart Construction over the years.
Do you provide him a W-2 for all of his earnings? So do you pay?
Not a W-2, 1099 if it's over $600.
Okay, so he has to, so you do provide him a 1099 then?
Correct,
Okay.
if it's over the 600.
Through a Freedom of Information Act request, Barnhart Construction did not receive 1099 tax forms 7 out of 8 years since 2008, suggesting taxes were not withheld and income was not reported by the city to the IRS on tens of thousands of dollars of Barnhart Construction's income. Following the money the city of White Cloud paid Barnhart Construction, the mayor says Barnhart Construction is actually BHW, but state records don't show any indication BHW is doing business as Barnhart Construction. So in our initial interview, we asked Barney for a favor.
Now, we brought this to your attention. I hope that when you get a chance, when you look into it, that you're going to come back and talk with us and let
Okay.
us know what happened, okay?
All right.
All right, fair enough.
Sure.
Over the past 2 weeks, we left several messages and paid multiple visits to his house. We couldn't find him to see where he stood, though his past interview did leave us with food for thought.
Let me ask you, do you pay taxes
Yes.
on your business?
Yes.
How can you say that when the business doesn't exist?
Well, obviously, I got some looking into to do.
Ultimately, whether what's happened in White Cloud has violated laws is something that could be investigated.